Jason here as well, boys. A disappointing night. Staffy's here too. A disappointing night result-wise for Man United. KJ, talk to me, bro.
Oh man, I'm tired of us playing for 20 minutes or 25 minutes and then just dying. Um, I I don't understand why these guys can't maintain their levels for at least 45 minutes to 60 minutes. You're coming into the Champions League back again. You're going away to the biggest, one of the biggest teams in Europe, and all I want from you is just a decent, consistent performance, and they can't give us that. And I'm tired today. Yes, we scored 3 goals, but I didn't celebrate any of them. To be fair, I said well done, Hoyland. I'm happy for Hoyland's first goal, and that's probably like the only positive really that I can really take from the game that Hoyland scored. Other than that, it's too easy to play against us. It's too easy to go and score against us. They didn't have any shots really, and then they can just get 2 shots. They get 3 shots on targets and 2 goals. Brighton, the last game, at one point they had 3 shots on target, 3 goals. The cutbacks are killing us. The position of the midfield and the attack when we're defending isn't there. The position of our attackers when we're pressing isn't there. And it's been an awful start to the season. It's been a very awful start to the season. And I'll say 2 things before I will I finish up. One is, you said, Terry, you said Bruno wasn't awful today. Bruno was dreadful today. This is probably one of his worst performances I've ever seen at Man United, because he I don't know what he did. Before, at least he's creating chances, at least he's moving the ball, and we're doing something with. But on today, with him and the ball, nothing happened. It wasn't good enough for him today. The fourth goal is on him, because he lost the ball when no one was around him. He tried a first time pass it to Garnacho for no damn reason. And these are the reasons why people get on him. I like to have patience with Bruno, but today, as captain, I looked at him and was like, bruv, you're actually playing against us right now. It's annoying. And then
it's interesting that pass that you mentioned. See, because I look at that from this again, only based on how I was taught football. I thought Garnacho was waiting for the ball to arrive at him, and you've got to move to the ball in that circumstance. Garnacho standing still. That's just my take on that, in terms of you can't just stand there and wait for the ball.
It can be a bit of both, but as an experienced player like Bruno is, when you've got all that space and time, yeah, a guy was about to come to you, but you had time to get it out of your feet and give him a nice drilled ball into his feet. And you gave him some first time flimsy thing that goes on, and then boom, they're in our position, in our half, and they score a goal. And then last thing is, listen, I want Ten Hag to stay. I think Man United's biggest problems is we go through hard times and we never give managers enough time to actually come through the hard times. We've seen Klopp, we've seen the likes of Arteta go through hard times, the club sticks with them, and they come out the other end it better. We do not do that. The last guy we gave at least a little bit of time to try and get things right was Ollie, and he was a wrong guy to do it too. So I would like Erik ten Hag to stay. I want him to have a chance to change his team around. I would like to see his team when the injuries are done, and we have at least not a first team of players injured. If we have an entire squad, I'll be happy. Maybe 5 injuries, 4 injuries, I can deal with that. But I would like Ten Hag to stay and have a shot. But I don't know if this club will do that. I do not know if Manchester United have the bollocks to actually stick through this and give him the time he needs to try and correct his mistakes. Because he's making mistakes. Like players, a manager can be out of form. And right now, he's out of form. Erik ten Hag is out of form. But I believe he can get back on it. But I don't know if this club will give him that time. So I am worried about the future of Erik ten Hag. I'm really worried about it, because I know this club doesn't have a plan. This club is reactionary. This club, just when things are going bad, they will blame the manager, they will blame the players, and not hold itself accountable. So hopefully he gets the time, but I can't see him getting the time. But yeah, not good enough. Lots of individual mistakes. Well done, Hoyland, for getting his goal. And yeah, hopefully we don't lose to Burnley on Sunday, man, or Saturday.
Well, that's beyond huge. now that game. We are going to come back to Arsenal in a few minutes. Staffy, what was your take on the game performance tonight, and of course the pressure mounting on Erik ten Hag?
I'm actually not. I'm not that angry. Surprisingly, I know people expected. I mean, when they saw my face on the panel, that I'm gonna rage or something. I'm actually not angry. I'm disappointed, but I'm not that angry. I think we lost today purely down to individual mistakes. Onana mistake, Ericsson mistake, then a penalty, then poor defending. I mean, KJ, you said that Bruno gave up the ball. I don't even remember that, so I won't talk about that until I go back and I watch it again. I don't want to accuse him of something. Am I being called deluded already in the chat? I don't even understand. I didn't say anything. But
no, saying you're deluded because they want you to be angry. That's all it is.
I actually didn't say anything. I'm already deluded. It's so weird. But anyways. But listen, I think we lost because of individual mistakes today. We started the game well. It gave me so many flashbacks of the Brighton game because we started well against Brighton and then they scored with ease. The same thing happened today. You can argue that we played about, I mean, the Brighton game was the first maybe 15 minutes. Today we actually did the first half of the first half, we were good. And then when we didn't score, I got worried because I was like, when we start giving them up the ball and we stretch out the game a little bit, we concede easy. And that's exactly what happened. Onana's mistake is obviously unfortunate. And then the second goal is just like, it's the same goal that we conceded against Brighton 3 times. Cut back, no one is striking back goal. I don't blame the manager for individual mistakes. I don't think we've had a good game. But by the standards, everyone told me we would lose at least 4-0. So to lose 4-3, according to that standard, we had a good game. I think this game, I mean, when you're being honest with it, Terry, 4-0 to 4-3, I'll take the 3 goals because everyone told me we'd lose 4-0.
Well, that's what's interesting. On a result, listen, and this, mate, where I hear you, in reality, no. But where I hear you, if somebody said before the game, you're going to lose, that you can lose like 2-0, 3-0, or 4-3, you probably take the 4-3 because you scored 3 goals. I hear you, but I'm a bit like you, Staffy. I think I'm in your mindset. I might be more angry tomorrow when I actually calm down. I hate watching Man United games, especially when you've got another big game on at the same time and I've got to go live afterwards. But I agree. I think it was individual errors really.
I was going to say one more thing there, just to wrap up that point. No, you're good. I was just going to say, listen, like with the injuries that we have, I don't usually talk about our injuries a lot because when we lose and we're playing horrible, I call out everyone. But I do think we'll be better, especially when the certain midfielders that I've been waiting for come back. I think when Sofyan Amrabat is back and when Kobe Mino are back in this team, we're going to be a lot better because, listen, Casemiro scored 2 goals, but he's not fooling me today. He had a disaster class. Ericsson is just a hologram out there. You know, I don't think he should have came on for the second half, and he come on for the second half, and you saw he's not really offering us anything in big games. So hopefully when we get some of these players back that I think will change this midfield especially, we will look better. So to KJ's point, I'm actually a little bit more patient with the manager than you think I am. Because it's games like this where I see you just actually need certain individuals. The Arsenal game was the same thing. You lost the game in the last 4 minutes. Today, we lost it in periods of the game. It was moments today where we lost the game. So overall, I'm just going to wait for some players to be back before I make my judgment because my season starts when we got Sofyan, Amrabat, and Kobe Mino back in that midfield.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. I want to say as well, we are going to come back to Man United. I want to shout out because I didn't mention him in my bit, but I was really impressed with Anthony Martial when he came on actually as well. Again, credit where credit is due. I don't want that to go unmissed. He looked sharp. He looked quick. And I think he was actually a catalyst why we did score 2 goals towards the end of the match. So I want to shout him out for that because he deserves it.